Hi, my name is Kristen. This is Kristen Craves Books. So I am notoriously terrible at doing readathons. It all comes down to me being a mood reader. I always go in with the best intentions and then just don't follow through because I get distracted by other things. When somebody tells me you have to read a book based on this prompt, I just can't do it. But I am in such a festive holiday mood this year for some reason that I really wanted to try a holiday related readathon, and there's so many good ones out there. I might actually link a few down below that I have found. There's some on Instagram that I want to kind of do. But the one I'm settling on that I'm really going to focus on is the Reindeer Readathon. And this is hosted by Eric at Break Even Books. And Eric has an announcement video I will link down below, a Discord, which is really fun, and a Twitter account. So everything you need will be listed down below. It's not too late to participate. And it's different prompts based on all the different reindeer, which is just so much fun. And it's a team-based readathon. You get points, so it's actually one you can't double up for prompts, which makes it a bit more competitive, a bit more interesting. So what happens is Eric will randomly assign you to a team once you fill out a Google form, and I was actually assigned to Team Mistletoe, which Eric runs as the lead of, so that is really fun. So I will just go through the prompts and tell you the books that I plan on reading. Of course, a mood reader, these could change, but a lot of these are going to be festive, a few other ones thrown in, but let's get into it. And I do want to mention, like, is it be more obvious that I'm a cat person? I have a cat shirt, cat ornaments galore behind me, and my wrapping paper for my friends and family this year has cats on it. So that about sums me up right there, but let's just get right to this. The first prompt is Dasher, and that is a short story collection or novella, and this you get 10 points if you complete this. And I'm so excited for this prompt because my most anticipated book for December is an anthology short story collection, and that is Amore Actually, and there's a bunch of authors in this collection. Alexis Daria, who's one of my favorites, and these are just romance short stories that take place on Christmas Eve. Cutest cover ever. I plan to read it Christmas Eve, I believe, or I might read a story a day leading up to Christmas Eve. We'll see if I can resist the temptation because I cannot wait for that one. Then the second one is Dancer, and this is for 15 points, and it's a book by one of your favorite authors. Rereads count for this as well. And I settled on Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey, who I adore. She's one of my favorite romance authors. I love her, lose her. I have that on my shelf. And I've been hearing such great things about Window Shopping. I downloaded it on my Kindle. I believe it was on sale last week. So I cannot wait to get into that one. I know that we are following a main character who has been released from prison and has always had a passion for window designing, Christmas windows especially, and is hired at this department store in New York City. And there's a romance with, I think, a manager or somebody high up in the company, and it's supposed to be a sunshine grumpy trope, but kind of reversed, because normally it is the woman who is the sunshine and the man who is the grumpy one, but it's switched to this one, which I think is going to be really fun. I cannot wait. I already know I love Tessa Bailey, and I believe this is getting a lot of buzz already. The third prompt is Prancer for 20 points, a book with a travel element in it, vacation, quest, etc. Not my favorite. I don't tend to read a lot of books with quests and travel, but the one that I did find was Christmas Kisses, and this is another short story collection, so it could work for that as well, but you can't double up here. And this is by Farah Roshan, who I also adore, and I believe that this is just different stories, and I think it might be an anthology as well, but it's different stories, one set in Italy, so I think they're all Christmas stories that take place in different destinations, so I thought that would be perfect. Another one I can dip in and out of as well. The fourth one is Vixen for 20 points, a book that recently caught your eye, and this one I settled on Slashing Through the Snow by Jacqueline Frost. This is actually the third book in the Christmas Tree Farm mystery series, and the reason I chose it for this prompt is because I just found out about the first two books and I read them so quickly. They are so fantastic on audiobook. It's really my first foray into cozy mysteries as well, so this has really opened me up to a whole new genre, really caught my eye. So this third book is one that I've been thinking about all week, so I cannot wait. But I don't think the audiobook comes out until the 13th or the 14th of December, but I have a countdown on my phone. That's how excited I am for it. The next one is Comet, who for some reason has always been my favorite reindeer, and this is for 15 points, a 5-star prediction. And I went with The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman, and this has been getting a lot of buzz recently, and just something in my gut tells me that I'm going to love this. and it takes place in a peaceful retirement village, and we're following 4 different characters who are trying to solve a murder that takes place in their community. It's supposed to be really adorable, heartwarming, but also a murder mystery, and I think the second book came out recently, but this has been getting a lot of buzz. It just has so many of my buzzwords. I just have a feeling that it's going to be a 5-star read for me. The next prompt is Cupid, take a shot at reading a new author, and I think that is 25 points. Yes, 25 points, and I had to go with a romance for this because it's Cupid, and I went with the Matzo Ball. This is by Jean Meltzer, who I've never read from before, and I don't know if they even have other books. No, this is their first novel, so I love that. I love a good debut. This is a Hanukkah romance, which I love, and I believe that we're following a journalist who she's an author who has always written Christmas books, but comes from a Jewish family, and she's always kept herself anonymous, not told her family that she writes Christmas novels, and then her publisher tells her that her audience is getting tired of Christmas novels. It's time she wrote a Hanukkah book, and she's not very connected to her religion, so she decides to get more ingrained, attend this matzo ball. It's a romance. I think it's going to be adorable, and I'm so excited to read this. And is it just me, or there are a lot of adorable Christmas romances, holiday romances, Hanukkah romances that came out this year? I just see a ton on my Instagram feed, and I am here for it. And then of course we have Donner, and that is a book with green or red as a primary color on the cover. And there were so many Christmassy books I could have chosen for this one, but I have a feeling I'm going to want another cozy mystery. So I settled on Eggnog Murder, which is interesting because it's by 3 well-known cozy mystery authors, and they wrote this book together, and it somehow connects to all 3 of their series. So it's by Leslie Meyer, Lee Hollis, and Barbara Ross. So I haven't read any of their series, so I might be lost, but I have a feeling I can read this as a standalone, because I think that's pretty true for all of the cozy mystery series. But I thought this was a cute cover. I believe it's on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm excited for it. So this next one is Blitzen, and it's for 30 points, and this is where I'm going to need your help because it's a poll. So I'm going to have a link to my Twitter page down below where you can choose which of these 3 books that I should read. So it says choose at least 3 books and have one chosen randomly. So I am reading a lot of holiday romances, cozy mysteries, novellas, short stories. So I think I can fit in something a little bit bigger in here. So I want to knock off one of the longer books on my TBR in December. So I have 3 to choose from, and you can vote on my Twitter page. So the first one is The Apollo Murders by Chris Hadfield, who I adore. Chris Hadfield is a beloved astronaut here in Canada, and he's written a lot of nonfiction, but this is his first fiction novel, and I've heard it's incredible. It is being compared to Andy Weir's books, and it says 1973, a final top secret mission to the moon. 3 astronauts in a tiny spaceship, 250,000 miles from home, 250,000 miles from help. So I've heard this is incredible, and I'm secretly hoping that this one wins, but no pressure. Don't want to influence your choice. And then here's another one that I'm excited about, but I've had this since before it came out. I believe Penguin sent me this finished copy before release day, so I feel really bad I haven't read this yet, but I didn't love The Night Circus. But this is the Starless C. I have a feeling I could love this. I wanted The Night Circus to be more whimsical than it ended up being, and I've heard that this one really is, and it's hit and miss for people, but I have high hopes for this one. And I also had the audiobook from Libro FM, so that's another contender. And then here's one that was on a lot of the Goodreads Choice Awards nomination lists, and this is Firekeepers Daughter by Angeline Booley, and I've heard this is absolutely amazing. Some people say this is their best book of the year. I've actually had this on my TBR before the cover was released or announced, because I remember just the book deal being announced and that being a big deal, so I would really love to read that as well. So these are the 3 that you have to choose from: The Apollo Murders, The Starless C, and The Firekeeper's Daughter. And now we have one more reindeer prompt, and then we're done. And the last prompt is Rudolph, 15 points, and it's a standalone book, which I think is an adorable prompt for Rudolph. And surprise, surprise, it is a holiday romance that I chose, and it's The Holiday Swap. And this is by Maggie Knox. I read the first chapter of this and can already tell you I'm gonna love this. If you like the movie The Holiday, this is for you. If you like Parent Trap, it's kind of got those vibes, because we're following twin sisters who switch lives and pretend to be each other, and I guess they fall in love with people in each other's different lives, which I think is really sweet. In the first chapter, we're following a character who actually works on the Food Network, and she's a baker, and she's got a bit of a enemy there that her co-host and her do not get along, and she ends up having cast iron pots fall on her head, and she has a concussion and she loses her sense of smell and taste. So she swaps lives with her sister. I think this is going to be adorable, and from what I can tell online, it is a standalone. So those are all the books I'm going to read for this readathon. As I said, they could change, but I don't think they will, because a lot of them are really holiday themed and ones I really want to prioritize. So if you are participating in this readathon, let me know. I would love to know what team you're on. If you're on Team Mistletoe, let me know. I'll talk to you in the Discord. And thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.